The people do. I don't know what's going on. Yes. Any other questions?
Let me know your personal opinion about immigrants from the Middle East.
Okay. Well, it's weird because I haven't seen much here, and since I'm not in the US, I'm not really seeing it there, although I know it's happening. So all I'm really hearing about it is what I hear from the news from Europe. And that's hard because, I don't know, because these people need homes, but some countries can't give these people homes, so I don't know.
The Europeans do give them homes,
Right.
but most American states voted against it.
My state voted yes.
Yeah, it's
That's all Oregon's the best
the United
state.
States is a country composed of immigrants.
Yes,
they
exactly.
refuse to accept more immigrants.
It's unfortunate. It's because most of the states, I think right now, are Republican, and again, that tends to be a more conservative point of view, is being against immigrants. We have the same problem with people immigrating from Mexico. Do you all know who Donald Trump is?
Of course, we do.
So he has this brilliant idea to build a wall between the U.S. and Mexico.
Yeah, it isn't his idea. I think
it's
the idea is much older than
it is, but he wants
Donald
to
Trump.
actually do it. And it's insane. It's absolutely insane. It's not, I don't know. So conservative people have a hard time accepting immigrants. So a lot of the US is saying no. My state, fortunately, is saying yes, which I think is a good thing. I think,
yeah, but under really strict conditions, which are not acceptable for the government.
Right, exactly.
So it's in the long run, it's actually means saying no.
Right, it does.
They say yes, but.
Yes, but. No. So I think it's a good thing to try and help, but as far as immigration goes, I don't know. It's hard for these people to immigrate. That's one thing, it's extremely hard because these countries don't just say, okay, come on in, here's a house, here's some food, have it. No, they have to fill out paperwork, they have to pass tests, they have to, I don't know. I just don't know. It's too hard. And I just want it all to be over. The world is turning into a very scary place all of a sudden, and I don't know why, but I don't like it, and I just want it to stop.
Do you know how many wars the United States is involved in?
I have no idea. Sometimes the U.S. likes to get involved when it doesn't need to be, and I don't know why, but I have no idea. We've been involved in several in the past, 10 years, I know.
Yeah, but I mean presently.
Oh, currently I have no idea. I personally am not a huge fan of watching the news because it all comes from
All the news is bad.
Yeah, exactly. All the news is bad news, and it comes from one side or the other. It's either extremely democratic and extremely yes, let the people in, blah, or it's extremely Republican and it's no, don't let them in, and we want guns. So, I have no idea because
You're too peaceful. Naturally.
Yes, that's me. I think it's a big part of my state is because, like I said, my state is full of hippies who have just always been about peace, love. Yeah, so I feel very fortunate to live in my
love,
state.
not war.
Yes, exactly. So I have no idea currently. Do you know? I don't know. Do you know how many wars the U.S.
At
is
least
involved in?
4.
At least 4.
At least 4.
Oh no.
Iraq,
Right. Yes.
Syria.
Afghanistan, Syria. Oh.
Ukraine.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Too many.
Nice, Mom.
That's my
Not
answer.
to be
Too
aware.
many. Yes. I like to try and be not involved as a 17-year-old girl in
You can
in
afford
war.
it.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about your Russian school and how do your English, your American school and the Russian one compare?
Yes, I can. So school here is really nice because I don't. Okay. Normally, I wouldn't have to move classrooms. The teachers move classrooms, and that's so exciting because in the US, I have to pick up all of my stuff and move classrooms every period, and it's annoying. But here, the teachers move, and that's exciting because I don't have to get up and walk.
Does that help your teachers keep fit?
Yes.
Because they exercise,
Yes.
climbing up the steps and down the
Yeah,
steps.
it's perfect.
Mhm.
And in school here, it's more advanced. That's for sure. I don't know. I can't say it's more advanced than all schools in America because my school district doesn't have a lot of money. So some of our teachers that are just bad teachers, we can't fire them because we don't have enough money to get new teachers. So
You
we
have to pay for your tuition in your American school.
Yeah.
Is your school fee paying?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
How much
Uh,
does your mother have to pay?
With my school, it depends on the classes you take because for my school, every class has its own fee. Like math, $25. Dance, $100 because you have to buy costumes. Yeah. So it just depends. And then college is really, really expensive in the U.S. to pay tuition for. It's really, really, really expensive. And that's what I'm doing next year. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And
can
here,
you compare American school
yes.
and Russian school?
So school here, I think, is more advanced, and they group subjects differently. So algebra here is almost like pre-calculus in the U.S. So algebra here is much more challenging than the algebra I had in the U.S. I still understand it, which is really exciting, and I was really proud of myself. I was like, yeah, I'm smart. But it's definitely more challenging, and school is more strict here. But I also go to a weird school here. I go to a private school. There's only 5 kids in my class, which I hear is not super normal. But the other thing that's different is in my school, since in the U.S., since I go to an art school, we have art every day, and in schools here, you
It's a
stop.
comprehensive school.
Yeah, you stop doing art in like 5th class, I think, in my school at least. And so
We have more academic subjects.
yeah,
here.
it's more academic. And testing here is different because in the US, there's 2 really important tests, and you take that in 11th grade and 12th grade because we have 12th grade in the US, and you only go to 11th grade. Lucky. Yeah. So we have the ACT and the SAT, which are 6-hour-long tests where you sit in a room and circle answers, and it's terrible. And here you have exams in 9th class and 11th class, right? Yeah. So that's different. And so, but you guys study a lot more for them than we do. The 11th class in my school, all day, every day, they're studying. It's crazy. And 12th grade in the US, they study sometimes for the SAT. Some people go take classes to prepare for this test, but not many. Yeah, but this, the SAT, this big test you take your last year of high school, it tells you, your score that you get on this test tells you what colleges you can get into. And do you know Harvard, maybe? It's yeah, okay, I don't know. So if you score poorly on the SAT,
some of our ex-students, work as professors at Harvard University. Yeah.
Too cool.
Yeah, they teach physics. Yeah.
Man. Oh yeah, so if you score poorly on the SAT, no way will you get into Harvard. Absolutely no way. So this test is very, very important. Yeah. And then
And what does each letter stand for? SAT.
SAT. I don't know.
Yeah,
Assessment test,
yeah.
I suppose. What about S? No, it's
Maybe-
not assessment.
Maybe
Two
state
letters.
assessment test.
Oh, no, I think standard.
Standard
Standard
something
assessment
test.
Mhm.
Something like that. Yes. Maybe Google it, Yandex it, because I don't know. Yeah. But it's a really, really big deal. Also, here, whoa, okay. So here you drive at 18 and drink at 18, and in the US, you drive at 16 and drink at 21, and this is really strange to me.
It really is.
But yeah, no, because in the US I can drive. Not well. I'm a terrible driver. My mom was teaching me how to drive, and I was driving, I was like, ha ha ha, and then a car started coming at me, and I was like, Mom, why is a car coming at me? And she told me, oh, well, you've been driving on the wrong side of the road the whole time. I was like, oh, okay, thanks, Mom. So I'm a terrible driver, but I can drive. So that's really exciting. But I think it's really weird that we are able to drink at 21, because I feel like kids go too crazy when they go too crazy in the US, because they put it off for so long that the second they hit 21, they're like, yeah! And it's a little scary. Yeah. I don't know. I really like Germany's laws, where at 16 they can drink light alcohol, and then at 18 they can drink heavy alcohol, and they can drive at 18 too, I think. And I'm like, oh, that's smart, because then you know how to handle alcohol by the time you can drive, so that you don't kill people while you drunk drive.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's smart. I don't remember what the question was that led to me talking about that.
School.
Oh, yes. Okay. Actually, schools are pretty similar. In general, they're not much different. Maybe American high schools are normally bigger. My high school is small, but I go to a weird high school. Normal high schools are huge, though. They're like 3,000 people. Yeah. They're ginormous. Yeah,
It's
even more.
Atlantic.
Some
I
of
was
them are like
invited to teach a
7,000.
Russian class,
Yeah.
and they had up to 1,000 people.
It's crazy. They're huge. And terrifying. I hate normal high schools.
And how many people are in your class?
In the US?
Yeah.
35? Yeah. I
That's a
don't,
lot of
yeah.
people.
How many kids are normally in a class here?
25.
25? Okay.
20.
Okay. Because I know my school.
Between 20 and 25.
Okay. Because my school just has 5, and that's not normal. Okay. Huh. Okay.
Do you plan to go to university after school?
Yes, actually, my plan is to not do my senior year of high school when I go back. I'm going to do a program called Early College High School, where I do college and high school at the same time. And that way I can also...
We have similar
Yeah.
things.
And that way I don't have to go back to my high school, because that sounds really lame and boring, after exchange. And then I'm going to take part in the Russian flagship program, which is a program at Portland State University where you study Russian and then you come back to St. Petersburg for a year. So that's my ultimate goal, is to get good, oh, so there's something in my eye. Get good at Russian here, go back to Portland, get better at Russian, come back. Yes, it's a really good plan, I think. And then I will have so many college credits already before I've even started my degree, so I'll be able to do whatever I want, in theory. We hope. Yes. And
So, is there something you hadn't expected to see in Russia?
well, I haven't seen any bears yet, and I'm disappointed. No. Let's see. What did I not expect to see? Oh, in America, if we see someone on the street, we make eye contact, we smile at them, we're like, here that doesn't happen. And that really freaked me out.
Yeah, but that's a well-known fact.
Yeah.
I think it's...
Well, it is, unless you're me. So on my way here, I went from Oregon to San Francisco to Zurich, Switzerland to St. Petersburg. And in the Zurich airport is all of these Russian people started coming to the gate to fly to St. Petersburg. And you know, like, I would smile at everyone I saw. I was like, yeah, and then they started giving me weird looks. And then I thought maybe they were talking about me. They were like, yeah, so I've stopped smiling at people on the street. Yeah, which has not been hard. But that was interesting, for sure. Food is different, which I knew it would be different, but food is fresher here for the most part, which I like. It's delicious. Delicious food is delicious food. You wear house slippers here. You wear house slippers. This is so weird for me, because when I get home in the US, I just take off my shoes and I just walk around. I'm like, yeah, I'm in my bare feet. And here, I have to put on house slippers, or else my host family is like, Piper, you're gonna get sick. And I'm like, how am I gonna get sick through my feet? I don't know. I don't know. But that's different. And I always forget, so I'll like take off my shoes and I'll walk into the kitchen, and then my host dad looks at me and then looks at my feet, and I go away and I put on my house slippers. So that's different. You have really big spoons here for eating soup. That's really weird for me. In the US, I feel like all of our spoons are just kind of the same size. But here, like, you have really big spoons for soup. I don't know, it's really hard for me to eat with them. I'm trying, but it's really hard.
Because soup is a traditional dish in Russia, and you don't eat as much
a lot of soup.
Yeah.
And you drink so much tea. I have never had this much tea in my entire life. I love tea. It's not a problem, but it's every time I sit down in my kitchen, my host dad is like, Piper, do you want tea? I'm like, okay, like, if I say no, he's like, are you sure? Okay, I guess I want tea. So I drink a lot of tea. They serve tea at breakfast at school. They serve tea at lunch. My friends ask me if I want to drink tea after school. It's good. I like tea. You can't drink water from the faucet here. That's weird. You can't drink water from the sink. In my state, we have really, really clean water because it comes from the mountain. So we can just like turn on the sink and like, but here, that's a terrible idea.
Dangerous.
Yes, that happened to my friend that came here this summer. No one told him not to drink the water from the sink. So he was in the hospital for 3 days. So that was interesting. Yeah. And then of course it's colder here, but not as cold as I thought it would be. I was prepared. I was like, yes, going to Russia. It's gonna be freezing. It's not really that cold. Like it's cold, but I'm not
The
like.
climate is changing.
Yes. Yeah.
We used to have much colder
Right.
winter.
That's what everyone said.
Mhm.
Global warming. Yeah.
Do you miss home? Do you feel homesick?
No, I miss my dogs sometimes. That's really it. I don't miss my family. I mean, I love my family, but like.
You keep in touch with them, so
Yeah.
they don't feel.
I message them every once in a while. But they all wanted this for me so bad. They were all so excited for me, and so I don't miss them. I don't miss them. They miss me. They message me. They're like, "Oh, Piper, I miss you," and I'm like, "Ha ha ha." Yeah, and I don't miss my friends. I'm sorry. I thought I would miss my friends. No. No. My
Are
friends.
they boring?
Yes. My friends. I mean, okay. I love my friends, and I'll be excited to see them when I get back. But when they message me now, it's annoying. They're like, "Hey Piper, hey Piper, hey." I'm like, I'm trying to sleep because it's 1 in the morning here and 2 in the afternoon there. So just don't text me. Yeah, so my friends, I love them, but they're annoying and I don't miss them. But I miss my dogs.
Have you made any friends here?
Yeah, I have. I'm friends with some of the kids in my 10th class. It's kind of hard because there's a language barrier, of course. I'm working on speaking Russian. I try my hardest, but inevitably I say things that don't make any sense. This week I learned how to say "Иногда я думаю я динозавр," which made me a friend, which is really exciting. The kids at school really liked that I can say this.
You can say that when you feel hungry.
Yeah.
Before dinner.
Yeah, so the more I try to speak Russian, the more I make friends here, which is really exciting because they see that I'm trying, and I am trying, and so I am making friends the more I speak Russian. And some kids at my school invited me to do things over the winter holiday, which is so exciting. And I'm also, of course, I'm friends with the other exchange students in the city. There's an exchange student from Belgium. His name is Augustine. He's very nice. And there's another exchange student at my school here. His name is Joaquin. He's from Mexico. He's 15. He's become my little brother. He's never seen snow before. He had never seen snow before. So every time there's snow, he goes like running to the window and he's like, "Snake! Snake!" I love it. It's so fun. Yes, so in Russia, I found my Mexican little brother. That's a fun story. Yeah, so I have friends, and I'll make more. And I have a friend who is from Barnaul, who went on exchange to Oregon last year, and then now she is in university in St. Petersburg. So that's really cool because she speaks English, she's lived in Oregon, we became friends there, and now I can still hang out with her here. So it's like I followed her. Yeah, which is exciting. So I have friends. Yay. Yes.
Do you travel a lot around the USA?
Do I travel? No. I've been to Mexico a lot. I've been to Mexico 7 times. Where's the map? Let's see. So here's an interesting thing. Lots of people in the U.S. What state? Ohio. Lots of people in the U.S. Don't know all the states of the U.S. Like, I have no idea. People ask me, they're like, Piper, do you know where Iowa is? And I'm like, what's Iowa? So I have been to Colorado, Arizona, California, and that's it. And and Washington. I was born in Washington. Yes, I was born in Seattle, Washington, which is very cool also. And then my grandparents live in Arizona, and my aunt lives in Colorado, and you have to fly through California to get to Mexico. So, yeah. Yes. So I have not done a lot of traveling in the U.S., but I hope to go to New York. I really want to see Broadway because I love musical theater. It is one of my passions. So I really want to go to Broadway. Maybe next year. Yeah.
What countries have you been else?
What
except
countries?
Russia.
Mexico. Mexico and Canada, because those are the only places you can go with an American passport without a visa. Yeah. So I've been to Mexico and Canada and Russia. Yeah. And at some point in this year, there's a train that goes from here to Germany, and I want to go to Germany really bad. So I'm gonna try and go to Germany. Oh, and we're going to go to Finland on a Rotary trip, which I'm really excited for because I've heard it is lovely. Yes. Yes.
Have you ever been to an opera house?
In the U.S. or here?
In New York? Maybe here, I hope.
Yes, here, yes. In my state, we have 3 big theaters. We have the Keller Auditorium, the Schnitz, and the something else. And I've been to those. And then here, I've been to Mariinsky 1 and 2. I've been to 3 times. Super exciting. I saw the ballet Anna Karenina and I cried. It was so beautiful. Yes.
Do you know that there are 3 stages of Mariinsky theater?
There's 3?
3.
I thought there was only 2.
Traditional one, the
Right.
modern one,
I've been
and
there.
the concert hall. Very close to each other.
Oh.
You should definitely visit
Yeah.
all of them.
I've been to 1.
The old stage.
Yeah, the old stage.
Old stage.
And I've been to the new stage. And then there's another one?
Yes.
And a concert
hall for chamber music.
I have not been there. Oh,
It's a very beautiful hall.
I want to go. I've been to the Jazz Philharmonic, and I've been to another Philharmonic. I saw a Balalaika concert. Pretty exciting. Yeah, it was very cool. Any other questions?
Can you play any musical instruments? Yeah. You understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah, okay. Okay, do any of you know the song, What a Wonderful World?
Everybody does, but I'm not sure everybody knows the lyrics.
Okay, well, if you don't know them, just kind of hum, you know? That will work for me. Also, I'm sick if you couldn't tell, so the louder you sing, the less you have to hear me being like, ah. Okay, perfect. But I really like this song because it's very peaceful and it's about a wonderful world, which is what I'm trying to make. Okay. Yes, and that's what it sounds like. It also, it can do other cool things. Yeah. Yes.
How long did it
Well, 2 years maybe. I used to play guitar, but then I stopped because I hated it and it hurt my fingers. And then I've been to Hawaii. Who asked where I've been? I went to Hawaii. That's part of America. I forget. I went to Hawaii with my grandparents, and there was a person there who was just playing ukulele. It was really peaceful. I was like, yeah, that's so nice. They're playing the song that everyone plays in Hawaii, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, of course. And And I was like, wow, I need to play the ukulele. And so I bought a ukulele there, and then I came home, and then for Christmas, my family bought me an electric ukulele, which is absolutely the coolest thing ever. And then for my birthday this year, they bought me a baritone ukulele, which is different than a normal ukulele. This is a baritone ukulele. And a normal one is much higher. It sounds much higher. This one is actually the top 4 strings of a guitar, so it's much lower and sounds much more like a guitar, which is what I wanted. Yes.
Sounds beautiful.
Thank you. I really like it. I want to buy an electric baritone ukulele. That would be so cool. Yeah, and I try to write songs, but writing songs is really hard. Yeah. Like, I can make up chords, but making words is really challenging. Yeah.
Especially in Russian.
Oh, yeah. Once I tried, I was like, я не знаю, я не знаю. Yeah, this is such a good song. Я не знаю. It was a really, that was as far as I got. Yeah, I'll work on it. Maybe it'll get better by the end of the year. Yeah, maybe that will be my goal. By the end of the year, I will be able to write a song in Russian.
And can you sing a traditional American song if you have any? Or do you sing any songs when you get together with your relatives?
I know one really sad country song. Unless I have a southern accent, because it just doesn't sound as good without it, you know? Like, 2 days he was past 18, he was waiting, that's like my normal Midwest accent with a southern accent. 2 days he was past 18, he was waiting for the bus in his army crew. He sat down in a booth cafe there, gave his order to a girl with a bow in her hair. He's a little shy, so she gives him a smile, and he said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? Feeling a little low. It's so much better. Like country songs just have to be sung with a southern accent. I don't know what it is.
Sounds different.
Yeah. And then, there's a song about Buddy Holly when he died, called American Pie, which like everyone knows. Hey, I'm singing pie, pie, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And the good old boys will drink your whiskey and rye. Yeah, everyone knows that.
The famous song.
Yes. Yes. And then at American baseball games, they sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Does anyone know what that is? Okay. Do you know what baseball is? American baseball?
Yes.
It's like weird cricket. I don't know. It's like the the American sport besides American football, but American football is really violent, so I don't like it. But they always sing a song. Take me out to the crowd, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never come back, or it's root, root, root for the home team. And everyone sings this song. And it's, yes, it's very nice. And then, of course, there's the American national anthem, but I don't know how to play that or sing it well. America, God chant his praise holy. No. Well, and some people get confused on what our national anthem is because
There are several of them.
well, no,
Yeah,
because
there are three of
no,
them,
there's
as far as I know.
there's one official one, but there's two songs that everyone thinks is a different song.
Oh,
And of course now I can't think of which one is actually the American national anthem. Maybe I'm a bad American for not knowing this. I don't know. Yeah. Do any of you know the song Let It Snow?
Yeah.
Do you want to sing it because it's been snowing? Okay. I have it. It's easy, but let me just have it just in case.